Hi friends, Simit here from InformedTrades.com. Today is February 24th, 2014. Time for our daily forex chart review. Basically, in this session, I review the forex charts as I see them, the daily charts on 20 some currency pairs. I share the trades I'm placing, the updates in the market on my personal trading, all as part of the learning process. We have a whole bunch of free learning material on InformedTrades.com. If any of the questions or any of the concepts I put forth or you're unfamiliar with, you can always go check out the free learning material on InformedTrades.com. Ask a question there, and then we'll be able to help you out. Okay, so let's get started. Just need to pull up the charts. Just 1 second here. Okay. On the screen now, you should be seeing a chart of gold, which is at its 200 exponential moving average on the daily chart, and that was something we talked about on Informed Trades over the weekend. That key resistance at 1355 is cited, although let's see, getting on top of the 200 exponential moving average, that'll be a key thing for bulls to accomplish. This is a level to watch. I've noted that between 1330 and 1355. That'll be a key level to watch, in my opinion. Anyway, getting on to the trades that I have on. Okay, I just want to get to this one first. A trade that I got stopped out on, unfortunately. Euro pound. I had put an entry order on that last week, got filled on Friday, and got stopped out last night. And look at that. Okay, so judging by the candlestick pattern there, it looks like it basically just hit my stop and reversed. Yeah, so it looks like I got spiked out there basically. Um, where did I actually have where did I have that order? Just 1 second. Let me actually pull up my trading archive here. Let's see where I had that order. Oh. I got stopped out at. I was pulling up my trading account. It's not on the screen now. I'm looking at another computer. Stopped out at 82.85. Yeah. 82. It's like right here. Yeah, so basically, well, went a little. It like literally hit my stop and then reversed right away. That's life, I guess. Trying to understand the trade. Yeah, I guess I wasn't really expecting a full retrace back to this candle here. Anyway, I will take a closer look at that later. Let's see. Let's go to Kiwi dollar at the moment. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think it's not loading. I have a lot of analyses on these pairs already. Okay, just pulling up my saved analyses. Having a few technical. But in any event, the pound, or excuse me, the Kiwi dollar trade that I do have on, which we'll get to shortly, is slightly in the money. What I want to look at on the chart is to see if I'm able to move this to break even. Here's a chart of natural gas, which has gone parabolic. You can see. Question. Okay, so here, let's get into Kiwi dollar. Okay, so we have a little bit of a range forming here. Hmm. Um, I don't want to move. Let's see, can I move my stop to break even in order to see that? Okay, the gray line is, and price relative to that gray line is what to watch. Okay, and the red line closed basically here. Hmm. I think I will move my stop to break even. So this is debatable. I mean, what I had in mind was that I want to see a candle on the daily chart close below this gray line. Um, Now that gray line is at 82.70, and I suppose we can. Oh, what's going on here? Really try to get an idea of whether the market closed below that gray line, and that on this past day on the last candle here. Is it closed below? This is annoying. Okay, so you really have to zoom in. So I mean that it's almost closed like on that gray line. Um, I think I'm gonna move my stop to break even on that. It's sort of a I didn't and something I need to think about in my plan. Maybe the plan should be if the stop closes at or below or on the other side of that gray line. I didn't think about though what would happen if it occurred at that gray line. Um, but in this instance, I'm just going to move my stop to break even. I like to move the stop to break even. Maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but it prevents losses. Um, okay, so now I just moved my stop to break even. I do not have a trade on, or I do not have any risk exposure, meaning none of my trades are, if a stop gets hit, my account balance will not go down. Okay, so it leaves me opportunity to put on all the risk that I like to, and I have a no more than 1% rule in my trading. But I can risk a full 1% of my trading account at this time if I'd like and still be consistent with my plan. Okay, Euro, Australian dollar. We've been watching this a while and have a bunch of orders on. This could be an interesting short trade. I mean, we see reversal candlestick here, reversal candlestick here. I'm still more interested in playing it from the long side, although that may be something I consider, going forward. I am interested in counter trend trading, still experimenting on how best to do that. One instance is go against the trade if it's consistent with the trend on the time frame. What is it on the weekly? Okay, it's still bullish on the weekly. So this isn't that kind of opportunity, but it is. Maybe there's something I need to think about a bit more and continue observing it. But maybe there's a way. What I like about this is that we have pretty clear resistance level, and we have those reversal candlesticks, which I really love. I'm a big fan of candlesticks. But in any event, waiting for price to hit that black line and go long from there, trade a resumption, swing trade of the primary uptrend. So nothing there. Euro Canada. Been waiting a long time for a pullback on the Canadian dollar. Haven't really got one, except almost got one on the U.S. dollar. Okay, we've broken out of that price channel, tested it, rallied. We do need more of a pullback. So I could see myself. Let me just add a line here. Somewhere around there. I could see that being a level worth watching right there. So we'll see if we can fall back to 49.73. Let's also move this, redo our Fibonacci from there to there, and from this swing low. Oh, yeah, so if we fall back to 49.75, I think we have, and especially if the 50 moving average can get there, that could be an interesting buying opportunity. Okay, so that's Euro Canada. Nothing yet though. Euro Yen. Okay, still waiting on it to pull back to this black line. We've been in that situation for some time now. Going on a weekly chart, so it's going to take a little longer. Euro Pound. Okay, and this is where I got stopped out on. Man, look at that. Hmm. Um, I entered on this gray line. I wonder if it was just a misread or just a. And the rationale for entering on the gray line was we had 50% Fibonacci retracement. We had a minor support level, and we had this candle here, which I interpreted as a reversal candlestick, but maybe I should have been a bit more um, disciplined, insisted upon a better candlestick. Now, I mean, this is the kind of candlestick that's really interesting. So now what I'm thinking is, should I re-enter here and trade this? Um, just where would I'm going to start a little bit. I'm going to remove this line. We'll come back to Euro Pound because I might put this order back on again. If the chart looks legitimate, which in this instance still does, it may be time to just put it back on. Even though I got stopped out, you don't want to be attached to your previous losses. You sort of want to be able to move on and analyze things objectively. That reversal candlestick is really compelling, and especially since it's bouncing off the 50 simple moving average. The thing for me is I have to decide where to put the stop. So I might try seeing if we get a more full pullback here. We'll see. I'll come back to that. Euro pound, something to come back to. Um, Euro Kiwi. Okay, this is still in a range, wedge pattern of sorts. We see it's consolidating. If it can fall to one of the more extreme levels of the range, I'd be interested. Other than that, no thank you. And Euro US dollar. Okay. It looks like, and this is another, it looks like we're heading south here. Have what looks like, I would call this distribution. It certainly looks that way to me. And this is another thing where I'm tempted to short. Trend is still bullish in my opinion. But the fact that I'm tempted to short euro dollar, I think I'm expecting the euro to head down, so I'm a little more comfortable shorting euro pound again, trying that. We'll see, but this looks pretty bearish to me. The distribution pattern. In terms of where to buy, and if we fall back, I still kind of like. I mean, it's looking a little. We'll see. I mean, we have some levels mapped out here, but I kind of would really like more of a fall to 135. Then it could be a really interesting buy. 134.70, something like that. This black line here. So 134.75. 135, 140, 34.75, somewhere right around here. I think that could be really interesting. Again, we'll see what happens when price falls and what the candlesticks are like. Let's see how these moving averages evolve as well. But at this point, it looks like euro dollar is maybe heading down. I'm not putting on a short order yet, but I will be waiting for the dip to occur and conclude, and then I can possibly buy the dip. Pound Aussie. Okay. Um, Yeah, same thing we're seeing as Euro Aussie. So it looks like the Australian dollar is maybe getting set to rally. I This is important for me because I have a bunch of orders to short the Australian dollar, so I want to monitor that. And perhaps cancel those or see if we're expecting the Australian dollar to rally. It might be good because I might get my short orders filled, but we'll see. We'll take a look at the charts when we get there. Pound Canada. Okay, really look at this. This is a really nice man. I gotta. Hmm, okay. I still want to think. Let's see how this plays out. This is going to be a great learning experience for me. I mean, I suppose all trading is learning experience, but I'm really. We have a really nice reversal candlestick pattern at resistance. Now it is counter trend, and that's the one thing that's leaving me from trading it. However, we'll see if what would be a hypothetically speaking. I could enter there. Enter 84.36. I could have my stop. It really shouldn't reach a new high here. 87. So we are dealing with about 350 pips. No, we are dealing with 250 pips. So about risking about 250 pips, and what could be the target here? 79. So that would be 450. If we target this black line here, and that's sort of the thing with counter trend trading. I really want a nice reward risk. 2 to 1 just doesn't do it for me. 3 to 1 could be interesting. If it was 3 to 1, I wouldn't put on the trade, but I'm just sort of thinking about things. Um, that could be really interesting. What's going on here? Okay. So that's pound Canada, pound Swiss. Let's see if we can fall to the bottom of the range. Other than that, it's just waiting. The pound crosses, pound Swiss and pound Kiwi especially, pound yen as well. It's a lot of waiting. The move's gonna be very volatile. We're seeing the same pattern on everywhere. So this looks like, I mean, it might be time to short the yen or short the pound, um, relative to the yen. Go long the yen against all these currencies. So let's see what it looks like on the weekly chart. Yeah, trend is still up on the weekly. Um, hmm. If I were to trade this, I could put an order to short at 170.67. Target. So that'd be 700 pip target. This could be a good reward risk. Um, hmm. And we'll come back to. I'm going to come back to this. Maybe it will be time to short pound yen. Um, I probably won't do anything because it's still counter trend, really. But maybe it's not. Well, we'll see. Anyway, I'll come back to it. The thing that's interesting to me is we also have a pattern of lower highs in place. So that's something, you could argue that it's not really a bullish trend. And if it's not really a bullish trend, then I'm clear to short. However, I still see, it's basically trending upwards. We also have a pattern of higher lows. So we have sort of a bit of both going on. Um, Pound Kiwi. Okay. Yeah, we saw this. I was more interested and still am more interested in buying it from the bottom rather than trading from the top. Although it did hit that level and nice bounce off it so far. Pound yen, pound Kiwi, pound dollar. Okay. Let's see if we can fall to that black line. Basically, I mean that's so 165.50, right around here. You know, I'm gonna this gray line. If it goes here and I buy, and it goes back up, closing above this level, maybe time to where it moves to stop break even. But we're still far. First, we got to get down here. But this is interesting. Pound dollar could be interesting to buy if it falls to 165.55. So we're getting closer. We still got about 80 pips to go. That's it for the pound pairs. I will return to pound yen. I don't think I'm going to do anything, but let's see. Okay, dollar pairs now. Dollar Canada. Okay. Um, yeah, this was. I really wanted to buy that gray line. That didn't happen though. Um, and now what's interesting, I still am interested. If price goes back to that gray line, still am potentially interested. Uh, but and that would be so we need to fall about 200 pips really from where we currently are. So pretty sizable fall. That took like basically a few weeks last time. Um, Took the stairs down, but the elevator up, as they say, right? You look at this slow decline down over here, and then a big sharp rally here. I really want to see with the Canadian dollar because it's had such a sharp appreciation. I really want to see some type of clear accumulation distribution pattern. The closest we're seeing to that is on Pound Canada, where it broke out of a channel and then it formed a little bit of a range when it tested that channel. We saw something similar on Euro Canada, although I think on Pound Canada is the clearest. Um, with Dollar Canada, now it looks like we might have a pattern of lower highs in place, right? Lower high here relative to this one. Um, so it could be interesting short, however, not yet. To me, this trend still looks bullish, and I still am more inclined to buy at the bottom here. Okay, so that's Dollar Canada. Dollar Yen. Yeah, let's see if we can buy that black line. Same as Euro Yen. I'm still waiting on that pullback. Let's see if it occurs. Not really going to do anything otherwise. Let's just wait and see if the entry order gets filled. Dollar. Uh, Dollar Singapore is the next one. Yeah, and this, I just want to see it go to the. We are at the 50 simple moving average. However, I really want to see it fall to one of the top or bottom of this range. These blue lines here. If we can go there and we can see it coincide with a horizontal support level, that's the kind of opportunity I'd be really interested in. Right now, it's difficult to get the reward risk I'd like uh, as these levels are consolidating. There's too many points where you could say, it's not, it might get hit there and it's not a safe target. So we'll see. I probably won't place a trade on dollar Singapore in a while until we get to, and then this thing moves slowly, so it's going to take a while to get down to the bottom here or up top here. Um, okay, so that does it for the dollar pairs. No real action there. So far, the two I'm looking at are euro pound and pound yen. In both instances, expecting. Oh no. Well, that's something else to consider. Well, we'll get to it, but they're in contradictory positions, meaning I'm looking to short the pound in both against the yen and go long against the euro, but we'll see. Um, Canadian dollar, Canada Swiss, which is basically the same as Euro Canada. Let's just take a look at it. Yeah. Um, if we can come back to here, all 82.33, I would love to short that. This is a clear downtrend. We did test that channel here. Would have been a great short opportunity. Um, we'll see. Now at this point. Oh, and I think I can move this one down to here. Okay. So that's a really nice Fibonacci retracement level. We have a bunch of activity going on here at 82.33. That is still about 300 pips away, though. Canada yen, let's go to that. Okay, this looks like we might be getting a pattern of higher lows in place, right? So if Canada yen is going to rally, that's a little different than what we're seeing on other pairs. In other pairs, it looks like the yen may still have more room to appreciate. But we'll see. Yen has been very choppy across the board. It's giving me a whole bunch of. I found it extra confusing. I think at this point, though, I'm probably not going to do the pound yen trade. We'll come back to it for sure, but I probably will hold off on it. I have the euro yen and dollar yen trades on at the moment as well, in the opposite direction, orders to go long. Okay, so that does it for Canada. Now let's look at Australian dollar. Okay, Australian Canada did go off that resistance, reversal candlestick pattern off resistance on yesterday's close. Let's see if we can get to, if we can get to this black line here, which is now a Fibonacci, 50% Fibonacci retracement as well. And especially if it takes a couple days, so maybe by the end of this week, if we're at the intersection of this horizontal support level, this channel, and this 50% Fibonacci retracement. So we get to, let's say, February 27th, the end of February, if we're at 98.77, that could be an interesting opportunity to go long. Until then, I think I'll hold off. Aussie Swiss, same as Euro Australian dollar. Yeah, so, and I still have an order on here to short from here. So we'll see if that gets filled or what. Oh, Aussie yen. Now this also looks like a short opportunity. I think I have an order to short Aussie yen here. Let me take a look at that. I do have a order to short Aussie yen. So I'm going to remove or cancel the idea of shorting pound yen as well. Because I already have one order. Well, we'll come back. I mean, I probably won't place I have so many orders. I have 3 yen-related orders. Do I want a fourth is basically the question. Now, they're all not going to get filled on the same time, but we'll see. It could be interesting. Okay, so that's Aussie yen. Got the order waiting. It looks like it might get filled. That's the closest. I have a whole bunch of entry orders pending, but Aussie yen is only, if it rallies 28 pips from here, which is very easy for Aussie yen to do, then it'll get filled. Aussie Kiwi. Yeah, this is. I'm going to delete this Fibonacci because it's not really telling me that much, not really that relevant. We do have that price channel. Yeah, so this is, if we can pull back to 109.07, we can actually move this down a little bit. $108.85. And 109.82. Okay, so I'm just adjusting my Aussie Swiss order here. Move it down a little bit. Or this is an Aussie Kiwi, I should say. So we're going to sell at 108.84. So that's basically moved it 20 pips down. And the stop is being moved. The stop's being moved about 30 pips down. Okay. So that's Aussie Kiwi. Let's see if it gets filled. We are 50 pips. It needs to rally 50 pips. So that could also get filled. You know, if the Australian dollar rallies today, we'll get a fill on both of those, Aussie Kiwi and Aussie Yen, most likely, which is something to bear in mind. Aussie US dollar. And I am short here as well. Okay, and that's I'm going to leave this as is. Um, well, I wonder if I should move this down to like there, which I think I should. 90.50. So moving that down 16 pips. And the stop I'm going to leave as is. So I'll make my position a little smaller. Okay. Okay, so that's Aussie dollar. Um, and now it's time to move to the Kiwi pairs. Kiwi Canada. This is a really nice reversal candlestick, setup here. Reversal candlestick at resistance. So this could be an interesting counter trend. I really need to learn how to identify this. I mean, a lot of it is just reward risk, and that's sort of why, because let's say you like the reversal candlesticks at resistance here, and you want to trade it. So I think, well, in this instance, it might work. My profit target would be probably 89.69. So we're dealing with, what's that? 211 plus 30. So about 240 pips. And you could put this on, well, 240 pips. You could probably put the stop 80 pips above. So you can get 3-1 out of this one. So we'll see. I'm watching these. I'm still observing price action more. And hopefully later this year I can have a really nice reversal counter trend trading, I should say, strategy. Definitely, I want to learn. What I learned is I want 3-1 reward risk. I'm happy to do it if it's counter trend daily, but consistent with the trend in the weekly. That's easy for me to have confidence in. Kiwi Swiss. Okay, still in the range here, so we'll see. I think, just thinking out loud here, I think reversal candlesticks are what I might be. I really love candlesticks in general, but if I'm going to go counter trend, I think it must be like imperative that I see the candlesticks that I like at a resistance level that I like. We'll see though. Kiwi Swiss. So that's in the range here. Nothing to do until it goes to an extreme in the range. Kiwi Yen. Okay, this is also a yen trade that we've been looking at, and I could see it, going both ways, where, you'd be interested in going long 83.46 or shorting here. Um, So we'll see. I mean, euro yen and dollar yen, I'm interested in going long those pairs. I'm interested in shorting Aussie yen and possibly pound yen, but we'll see. So I'm not going to do anything with Kiwi yen, basically. I think euro yen and dollar yen have that idea covered. Kiwi dollar. Oh yeah, I'm already in this trade here, and I just moved my stop to break even, so we'll see. Okay, so now going to euro pound. Trend is clearly bearish. We want to short that. Have that reversal candlestick there. Is that a strong enough? Yeah, I see where I was going here. I mean, you could see this level is kind of respected here, here, here. It might not be a strong enough level. It's major swing, and you could say the swing also comes here. So I think that idea is still valid. Let's go to the 4-hour chart and see if we can get a clearer understanding of what levels the market is responding to. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I see the logic for, I'll try again at this level here, 82.71, short there, and I'd put my stop right here maybe, 83, 83.03. 83.05, and we'll make that line red. And we'll target here, 81.70. So we are 81.64. So we are looking for 100 pips and risking about 34. So that's risking, 34 pips to get 107. So that's a little, very, very close to 3-to-1 reward risk. I think it's worth trading. Normally, normally 3-to-1, but this is close. This is like 2.9 something. And I could, I could conceivably, maybe I should do that. Move this target to right here, 81.57. That gives me, yeah. So that would do it. I'll do it. There we go, 81.59. Okay. So I'm going to put this order on. I have it blogged on InformedTrades. And that's about it. I have a bunch of orders on. Oh, let's take a look at the pound yen just to be thorough. So euro pound orders coming on. Have a whole bunch of entry orders. Let's see if any of them get filled this week. I think there's a reasonable chance they will be. Pound yen. Do I want to short from here? Okay, where would I put the stop? I'd put it here. And I would put the profit target down to here. This still feels counter trend to me, and I don't want to do counter trend at this time. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna hold off on this. I've got a short trade via Aussie yen. I see the logic here, and I'm getting closer to being ready to counter trend, incorporate that element because I'm talking about it more and more. And this one has a good 3-to-1 reward risk, has some nice candlesticks. But yeah, I think I'm gonna hold off for now. Maybe next month or a month after I'll be ready. I have the ideas are formulating in my head I need to rewrite it into a plan first. Um, but anyway, that's about it. The one new order I'll be placing is short euro pound. And then of course I have a whole bunch of entry orders from last week on the Aussie dollar. Here's euro pound. I'll have this documented on my blog on Informed Trades. Any questions you have, anything you want to add, join us at informedtrades.com. Remember, we'll be back tomorrow for the session at about 8:15 a.m. New York time. That's 1:15 p.m. GMT. Best of luck in your trading, and we'll see you then. Take care.